All right, all right. Welcome in, folks, for another Mount Polumbus Speaks Here episode as we're going to dive into the All 22 coaches film of the Denver Broncos offense versus the Washington Commanders. The Broncos snuck out another nail-biter. Although this one felt different to me than previous games that, felt like the Broncos really did not play very well. Then they turned it around in the fourth quarter. I think this is just a really hard-fought win against a team that was playing really good football. Marcus Mariota played out of his mind, and Dan Quinn schematically really challenged the Denver Broncos. So, good game, good win. Broncos have got 10 wins. They're in prime position to go compete for the number one seed in the AFC. They're certainly in prime position to go win the AFC West. So without further ado, we're going to dive into this film here today. But before I do that, as always, I need to take a quick second here to thank my title sponsor, Safeway. Couldn't do this podcast without Safeway. Safeway Fresh Foods, Local Flavors. There is a difference in where you shop. Safeway supports local small businesses, so know that when you shop at Safeway, you're supporting local small businesses. They cut their fruit fresh in store, and they also have an incredible app. Skip the other delivery service apps, order directly from the Safeway app. You're going to save time, you're going to save money, and you're going to get discounts. So make sure you download that Safeway app today. Safeway Fresh Foods, Local Flavors. Go check out your local Safeway store today. All right, first run of the game was pretty good. First run of the game, we hand the ball off to R.J. Harvey, and we're off to the races. R.J. and the Denver Broncos running game really struggled for the majority of the day, but I like the way that we got rolling here. This is an old school power play. Excuse me. So here's what we got here. We've got a double team from these two back to 54. We're going to work down. We're going to work back. We're going to gap seal. He's going to kick out there, and we're going to lead block through. Good looking run. Everybody got good movement there. I like the double team on number 99, even though the guard and the tackle got off levels on one another. They got great movement, and that's a good football player that they got good movement on. Okay, here we go. We're going to come out. We're going to try to run the football again. And this is what the running game really looked like for the majority of the day. R.J. Harvey did have a couple nice runs, especially down there in the lower red zone. Got himself a couple touchdown runs. But Broncos got to figure out their running game and figure out why they cannot run the football. Look, losing J.K. Dobbins was a huge blow, and there's no way around it. But Broncos have got to do better than what they're doing here against the Commanders. Probably is a cutback lane there if he wants to roll that sucker back. He keeps it play side. Probably just got to put your foot in the ground and get north and south. When you've got a play that's blocked for 0 yards, you got to find a way to gain 1 yard. When you got a play that's blocked for 3 yards, you got to find a way to get 4 yards. Bo Nix was phenomenal in this game. Probably Bo Nix's best game of the season, in my opinion, in terms of start to finish. We've seen Bo have a lot of good fourth quarters, but Bo was great from the jump. This is just good play action, naked. We're going to scramble out to the left-hand side here. It's not a scramble. I shouldn't say that. It's an intentional rollout to the left-hand side. And we're going to hit our guy 82 coming across the middle of the field. Bo delivers a nice strike, throwing on the run, and cross-shouldered. All right, so got what more or less looks like a bubble screen here. Bo just rockets that ball a little bit low. I don't know what it was with the trajectory, but that ball's trajectory was going way too down, and we're not able to get our hands on it. Broncos threw the hell out of the ball in this game. That was twofold. Number one, the running game was not very good. So when the running game's not very good, you're going to throw the ball. And number two, Bo Nix was great. So when Bo Nix is playing good football, I would prefer to not see the Broncos throw the ball 45 times. But if you're going to throw the ball 45 times in one game, might as well do it in a game in which Bo Nix is playing good. Mike McGlinchey is going to get beat here, your right tackle. Okay, eyes over here. 1 second. Eyes over here on 69. It's really a pretty good set. His only problem is he just totally stops his feet and he gets real heavy on that inside shoulder. And then when you punch with both hands, it gives that edge rusher a better opportunity to get those wipers on you, wipes it off. That being said, really is not that bad of a set. If you look at where this ball is snapped, he gets his rusher 10 yards deep. If you get your rusher 10 yards deep, you're not expecting the quarterback to try to fall out the backside of the pocket. You're expecting your quarterback to step up in the pocket. So much green grass there for Bo. Much prefer to see him step up in the pocket rather than try to scramble out. Okay, we're going to hit our check down here to, I think this is Tyler Bidet, if I remember correctly. Yes. Offensive line's got good protection going on. We got a totally clean pocket. Bo's able to go through the progression, hit the check down, and Tyler Bidet is going to go pick up himself and get those sticks moving again. Pretty good ball from Bo here. Not a perfect ball, but we'll take it. It's a big completion. It's a big gain. Obviously, your preference is to not make your wide receiver make a diving catch coming back. Again, the offensive line, pass protection's fantastic. Everybody's in great shape. Bo Nix has got all day. He can step up in the pocket if he has to. And Troy Franklin's got to make a diving grab coming back. I don't mind the ball placement in terms of behind the wide receiver because he had so much grass in front of him. But probably, in a perfect world, you'd prefer to let your wide receiver stay on his feet. Going to hand the ball off here to R.J. Harvey out of the pistol formation. Adam Prentice does a good job coming out of the backfield. I think Adam Prentice has been a nice addition to this football team. He was added to this team, your fullback, Adam Prentice. He was added to this team when Michael Burton went down in training camp, and Prentice has done a good job, both in the receiving game and as a blocker. So we just got a simple lead play right here. Okay, so we're gonna lead through there. We're gonna block up to 54. This double team right here, it's working all the way backside. He's gonna feel that he's not there, so he's gonna try to go help there, and then 58's just gonna add himself backside, so he falls out of it. That's a good looking run. 5 yards are hard to come by in the NFL. Damn good ball here from Bo. Damn good catch from Evan Ingram. I'm not sure what else you could ask from these two guys. It's a game of inches. You see the game of inches play out in the Broncos' favor a couple times in this game, and also not in their favor. This one, unfortunately, was just throwing about 6 inches too far to the sideline. Tough to ask for much more, though. Bo's got a touchdown throw here if he wants it. Keep your eyes on this guy right there. We decided to thread the needle instead of throwing it down there, but if you watch this guy, Oops. He's got a touchdown throw if he wanted to take it. Instead, he tries to thread the needle on Pat Bryant. Can't quite get the completion. All right, let's put 3 points on the board, though. It's okay. Second possession for the Broncos. Play action pass. Good pocket. Bo can either step up in the pocket or he can scramble outside on this one. He chooses to scramble outside. I'll pause it right there. He really doesn't have much. I mean, I suppose if you let it loose right away, you might have had that, but you don't have much separation anywhere. So he's just going to dirt that ball. I mean, this one to me, come on, RJ, make a decision, man. Are we running with our eyes closed? You got 2 options that are both going to be for successful plays. Option number 1, let's cut it back there. You'll probably gain about 4 yards. Option number 2, keep it play side. You'll probably get a gain of about 3 yards. What you cannot do is just run straight downhill into the only into the only defender that could possibly make a tackle. Keep your eyes open and let's make a decision. Put your foot in the ground, make a cut. Okay, we've got a design swing route on this one, and you know because you've got a blocker out in front of him. 72 here. He's going to get beat. Not his best set of the game. Garrett's been a really good player all year long, but he oversets his guy on this one and probably gets away with the holding penalty. You see him overset him, and then he gets that inside arm. Why can't I rewind? All right, eyes on 72 here. Overset. He wraps that inside arm on him. He definitely holds him, and Broncos are lucky that one doesn't get called back. Excuse me. That was a fraudulent slip. Frank Crum has entered the game as your extra blocking tight end. Broncos are running duo, so we got a double team from these 2 guys up to 54. Double team here, back to 58. He's going to be man on right there, and we're man on the backside. Again, I don't really like this cut from RJ Harvey. I mean, he's trying to get a home run play rather than just a solid play. Okay, right there. Right here, what do you guys think about this? How about we just go downhill? How about we just go hit that gap right there? Just keep your eyes open. He's already got his eyes backside, though. You can see he's looking back here. Just go right here, and you're going to gain 4 to 5 yards. Instead, we're going to try to make a hero play, cut it back, and then this guy's going to come fill this hole real quickly. Broncos wouldn't no huddle on this one, so they wouldn't hurry up. We're running out of gun to the open side. So when you run out of gun to the open side, that means offensive line's responsible for everyone. We're going to push there, double teams, and work up to 54. If this guy were in the box, which it's debatable, then we would have to push all the way play side. I like the double team, though, there from 63 and 60. Look at your left guard and your center. That's good movement, man. They got that guy on skates. He's rolling. Get up to the second level. We misidentified it, though. 63 and 77 are going to the same guy. Quinn Minor should be working to number 54 rather than the number 4. Got a good old-fashioned fullback dive here. I love it. You got a fullback on the field for a reason. It's a good short yardage play. Good for about 3 yards. And a first down. Mike McGlinchey, number 69, gets a little bit lucky here. He's going to get top heavy. He totally whiffs on Von Miller. Von doesn't have time to close it down, though, because Bo throws that ball real quickly. Catch the ball. All right, good looking scramble here. So Bo Nix, let's right there. Let's pause it. Does he have anything? He's looking down here. He doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. If he had his eyes over here originally, he could have let that go. But by the time he gets his eyes back over there, they're going to close that gap down. So Bo Nix just takes off and makes the best of a bad situation. Okay, great protection from the offensive line. And Bo quickly identifies the open wide receiver, gets the ball out. Unfortunately, Troy Franklin just barely gets nicked there as he's going down and is short of the first down. He thought he wasn't touched. He tried to get back up and run with it. So we got a 4th and 1 here, and Broncos scheme up a beautiful play. Number 82, okay, watch right here. So he's going to act like he's just in protection or like he's blocking for a run. He's going to go down here. He's going to block for 1,001, 1,002. Once that defense kind of loses track of him, he's going to just slowly sneak out the backside. Broncos go with a trap on this one rather than a power or just a straight traditional run. They're going to go with the trap. So you intentionally are going to leave this guy unblocked. He's going to rush up the field. 82 is going to earhole him. 77 is going to flash like he's blocking him. Then he's going to get up, and we're going to earhole him on the backside. Thought the Broncos offensive line did a good job in pass protection all day long. Bo Nix is going to hit the check down on this one. And this is where R.J. Harvey's at his best. R.J. Harvey's at his best coming out of the backfield as a wide receiver rather than as a running back. He's been a real weapon for the Broncos out of the backfield. Nowhere to go on this one. Mike McGlinchey's going to get beat on the backside, so eyes over here on 69. He's going to try to get that cutoff block, and he just can't get there in time. 77 tries to give him a post with that backside hand, but just doesn't get much on him. And Mike's really out-leveraged on this one. It's a challenging play for anybody when you're that out-leveraged. Here's a good-looking run, though. So we're going to go double team up to 4. We're working on the backside up there. We're going to be man on right here. Bowles is kicking out. Now, initially, watch 63. Initially, I actually don't like how he gets his shoulders turned on that one. That's too heavy. Once you get your shoulders turned like that, you're usually not going to be able to get up to the second level. Fortunately, he is able to get up to the second level despite getting his shoulders turned. On the backside, Mike McGlinchey this time does a good job of creating a wall. And 60, who's fresh off a brand new contract, does a great job of 99 on creating movement. Bowles is actually in pretty good shape here. I mean, he lowers his head. I'd like to see him have 2 hands on his guy to control him, but he really is in control of him. Bo just takes a little bit of time, tries to sneak up on the inside. Absolutely nothing that Garrett Bowles could do at that point. Bo Nix was fortunate to escape the sack. And Broncos are going to settle for another field goal. So now we got 2:14 on the clock. Getting into 2-minute mode in all likelihood is at least what you're thinking. You got to get a drive starter, though. The Broncos do get a good-looking drive starter here. Again, R.J. Harvey at his best as a wide receiver. Catches a nice little pass here and gets the Broncos drive off to a good-looking start. Two-minute warning hit, so they got to stop at the clock. This is really good looking pass protection again. Bo decides to escape out of the backside. Anytime you're going to escape out of the backside, it's going to put your tackles in a tough position. I'm not saying Bo's doing anything wrong here, but he certainly had the choice to step up in the pocket if that's what he wanted to do. He decides he wanted to buy himself more time and just isn't quite able to complete that pass as he's throwing on the run. Evan Ingram had himself a game. This is Evan Ingram's best game as a Denver Bronco. Evan's actually been a very quietly productive player for the Broncos. Not necessarily a ton of explosives, not necessarily a ton of huge plays, but he's been a first down merchant. Almost every time he's caught the ball, he's been getting first downs, and he finally had an explosive game against the Commanders. Got a minute 06 left on the clock now. Good looking 2-minute drive. Hit Cortland Sutton on the inside slant. Now we're going to find Evan Ingram coming across the middle. Gain of 8 yards. Good looking jerk route there from Evan Ingram. Evan's going to fake like he's doing a crossing pattern. He's going to jerk it back outside. "39 seconds left. Find Evan Ingram again. Evan's able to get out of bounds. Perfect. This drive has been excellent. Excellent 2-minute drive. Tyler Bidet, no gain. And this was the throw of the game. This is the throw of the season. Bo Nix, how's the protection? Pretty good. Bo steps up in the pocket. Looks like he's about to take a sack. Looks like he's going down. And he throws a circus throw to Cortland Sutton. We get a touchdown. Just a phenomenal drive that was capped off by the best throw of the season. This is when Bo Nix does look like a phenomenal quarterback, when he's making athletic movements like this, when he's making athletic plays. Quite frankly, this is one of those plays that no matter how many years Bo Nix plays, this will be on that highlight reel at the end of his career when it's all said and done. Just a phenomenal pass. So that's going to be it for the first half for the Broncos. Stay tuned to Mount Polumbus Speaks. I'll put out the second half film of the Broncos offense versus the Commanders tomorrow. Appreciate all you guys that are watching. If you're new to Mount Polumbus Speaks, hit that link in my bio on X, going over to YouTube and subscribe. That's where all my content lives. If you appreciate what I put out, you're going to want to make sure that you're subscribed over there, and just know that I'd appreciate you if you would help my YouTube channel grow. Maybe even like and comment on the video over there. It does wonders for the algorithm. Make sure you check out your local Safeway store.